President William Samoei Ruto is back in his rhetorics of false promises and pathological lies. Where am I saying this? Recently, he promised to do certain roads, and I want you to watch this clip, then tell me if that is the same route that you want to follow that made us vote for him back in 2022.
Kutoka Nairobi kuja Nakuru mpaka Mau Summit, na sasa nimesema sitaki ikwame Mau Summit, nataka iende Kericho, iende Kisumu na iende Eldoret, iende Malaba. Hiyo barabara ya dualing tunaanzisha mwezi ujao. Na tunaanzisha mwezi ujao kwa sababu tumeweka mpango maalum ambayo inaleta private sector katika ujenzi wa barabara. Kama tungesema tuweke pesa ya budget ya serikali katika hiyo barabara hatungejenga. Kwa hivyo, we have to think outside the box if we have to build enough roads in the Republic of Kenya. We have to bring investments from the private sector. We have to go to the capital markets to raise resources, and we have to build more resources in our budgets so that we can satisfy the requirements of infrastructure in the Republic of Kenya. Kwa hivyo mimi nataka niwaeleze vijana, niwaeleze wazee, niwaeleze wananchi wa Nakuru ya kwamba ni kweli tunahitaji hizi barabara, na ndio sababu hii barabara hatuwezi kujenga vile tumekuwa tukijenga barabara. Itachukua sisi, Yesu atarudi kabla hatujamaliza hizi barabara.
After seeing that clip, how many roads has President William Samoei Ruto launched that have been left unattended to? How many water projects across the nation has the president launched that have been just left? How many employment promises, including those ones that it's supposed to import labor from our country Kenya to other nations abroad, that did not meet the light of the day? The former Machakos governor was in charge of these. We saw people taking loans. We saw people selling lands. We saw people selling their most treasured assets just to fund the process of them traveling to go and work abroad. A process that we were told the government would fund. A process that you are not supposed to pay even a coin. But later on, it was you to fund yourself. 2, 3, 4 months down the lane, there is not even one person to come and say, through this program, I was able to travel abroad. I am working in this institution. Tell me, where have you seen it? Because we know this government is a government that likes public relations so much. Where is the video of that one person who said, I take heed of this government project, I was able to travel abroad, and now I'm working in this institution. This is what I'm being paid per month. Just tell me. That is why I'm talking about false promises and pathological lying of our President William Samoei Ruto. There is this video that I want you to watch a few months to the elections of 2022, whereby President William Samoei Ruto was pressing so hard on the bottom-up economic model, promising the mamambogas, the bodabodas, the people who are pulling the cart, that this government is theirs. Let us watch this clip.
Hawa watu wa mamamboga na ule wa bodaboda na hawa wa mkokoteni na wheelbarrow na huyo wa kioski na makanga, tutaunda serikali ya mahasla 2022. Wajipange. Yes.
Tickling the clock back. Immediately after President William Samoei Ruto with his deputy Rigathi Gachagua were elected and they resumed the office of the presidency, Now, we expected to see the mama mbogas, we expected to see the cart pullers, people of mkokoteni, wheelbarrow pullers, we expected to see the border border guys being nominated into the cabinet by President William Samoei Ruto. Instead, what happened? Nothing of the sort. It was the same old guard that were in the previous administration that were being given these jobs. So, how was that government to enrich the people of the lower cadre, the average citizen, the below to average citizen? Then there was this narrative that he really drove back then about the hustler versus the dynasty. So people emotionally, having been injured by the so-called dynasty that Ruto was referring to, had that rage to vote out and not vote in any person that was being supported by the Uhuru Kenyatta's regime. And that is when they decided to vote for William Samoei Ruto, because their manifesto was resonating to their day-to-day lives. Did it meet the light of the day? Isn't that a false promise? Isn't that one of a pathological lie? Because it has been a series of one lie after the other. Like previously I just told you, name the roads, name the water projects, employment opportunities that the administration promised, but up to date, they are yet to be fulfilled. Then, recently, he again promises about the same things, roads, stadiums. I mean, even when he was the deputy, the running mate of Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, he did say within how many months? Within 6 months, the stadium in Wote will be complete. The stadium in I don't know what place will be complete. Until to date, there is nothing to show of it. Right now, the same persons he called dynasty are the same persons dining with him in cabinet, are the same persons who are helping him to drive this government, and they're driving it crazy, by the way. Then we have leaders who sometimes are in ODM pretended to be aligning themselves to the will of the people, pretended to be the opposition that was actually putting this government in checks and balance. Just unfortunately, to get themselves in the broad-based government, be close to the table with William Samoei Ruto so that their interests will be satisfied. And it is not an interest that the common mwananchi is benefiting from. It is an interest that the common mwananchi is feeling the pinch of extra taxes, feeling the pain of trying to criticize the government, and the next thing is you are maimed. State-sanctioned abductions. You go to the demonstrations, extrajudicial killings, and up to date, we have no families that have received justice in the court of law. I mean, are we running a banana republic? Is this the route that we want to take? Kenyans, is this where you want to take your vote? False promises, pathological lying from the head of state. And now, more promises that we eventually know will not meet the light of the day. Is this where you want to take your vote? What for? To punish other people that brought this administration in power? Forgetting about if they go through the same tough times, similar thing will be happening to your lives. Let us open our eyes Let us stop emotive politics. Let us stop reasoning with emotions, and let us come with issues. Let us find competent leaders who are driven by integrity to make sure that we liberate our nation and drive it towards the right course. I don't know what's your take. Give me your thought in the comment section below. If you love content of this nature and you're watching from our YouTube channel, kindly subscribe and press the notification button. So anytime that we are live or we upload content of this nature, you'll be the very first person to be notified. Ahmed Khalif is my name for the Unscripted Talks here in Dub Radio. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuhu.
Kwa timba kali za Afrika, Dub Radio ndio mpango mzima.